So today training, it's pretty much the most important training in network marketing industry. Not because that I will say something extra or whatever, but because the topic of today training is exact blueprint how network marketing works for somebody who want to make it professional. And every company have the same blueprint. Can be different product, can be different pay plan, compensation plan, but basically how we build organization, it's same. It's the same. You cannot build organization without personal recruiting. You cannot. You cannot build organization without education in your business. Okay? That's why every company have some blueprint, okay? What is necessary, how it's necessary. So I must tell you this. When I met network marketing in 1998, that means 20, 30, 28 years ago, whatever, okay? When I heard the concept, I like it, yes, okay? But I like many things before. I had my own ideas before. What I miss till the moment I met network marketing, what I missed was the system, the blueprint, to the knowledge, know-how, okay? Because before that, I was always put all my effort, my creativity, my connections, my strengths, everything, okay? But never really succeed. I built something up to some stage, sometimes bigger, sometimes smaller, okay? But I never had the system. So when I heard from my mentors that this is the concept, this is how we create product and how we create turnover, volume, and profit, and this is how system works. When I heard that, I became diamond. Same moment. Okay, I needed 5 years to really create that diamond. But the moment I understood that my job is not to find solution how to get next level, to find solution how to sell more product, to get more people. When I understood that it's not my job, but my job is to do the things which I have on the plate that are my job. And it's a big difference. If you need to make both things to know what to do, is it 100% right option and solution, what you think is right? And anyway, you need to do it. When you have only the second part as your mission, to do what is standing on the blueprint. And they call network marketing as upgrade franchise system. Because franchise system like McDonald's, like any big thing, okay, they had also blueprint. And in a franchise business, you have no option but to stick with the rules of owner of franchise. You cannot color McDonald's in colors what you like. It must be yellow, red before, and I don't know what are color now, green and something, okay? You cannot put the menu of food as you want because you think that in your country or your city, people like more spicy food, and that's why you decide to make hamburgers with a little more chili. You cannot do it. you must stick to the blueprint, to the system. And in franchise business, it's not problem. Why? Because you must pay big money to get franchise. So you will not play with your $1 million investment and experiment with this food or that food. But in network marketing, it's problem because we not buy the franchise. We just join the system for free, and that's why we learn or not learn the steps about the business. Okay, so I will say it again. Okay, in network marketing industry there are thousands of companies with every possible product or service today existing, which you can make business and earn money with that product, with that company. Is it cosmetic? Is it electricity? Is it mobile phone? Is it mobile network? Is it insurance product? Is it Hotelium? Is it supplements? There are thousands of companies with every possible kind of product or service where you can become rich or successful. Okay? But in every company where millions and millions of people joining network industry and they are active in network industry in Belgium, in Bosnia, in Bangladesh, in Thailand, in Tanzania, in South Africa, in every country maybe except North Korea, maybe. Every type of people, older, younger, high educated, not educated, employees, business owners, every type of people, every age of people in every possible country are involved in this industry. Millions of people. And of course, only small percent of these people are high earners, like everywhere. There are millions of kids who play in football, but only small percentage of people involved in football earn big cash. There are many in football who earn some cash, good money, but very few percentage earn really big cash. It's same in music industry, same in movie industry, same in every industry. There is no way that this will ever be changed, that 20% of humanity is above the line if we talk about success and money. And only 3 to 5% are rich. And only 1% people are multimillionaires. And only 0.03% are billionaires. This is the fact. And every year, new millionaires coming. Every year. But the percentage stays the same. 80% of people on planet Earth have not enough money and will not have enough money. But everybody have chance to find the opportunity and to fight way to this 20%. And network marketing probably is not really for everybody. Probably it's not, because some people need to change a lot to get some success in network marketing, okay? But many people are not for many things. We are for sure not everybody for sport to earn some money. Probably for sure we are not everybody for music industry to earn money. And from all these industries, because you can become very successful in AI industry if you're ready to learn and to become better than most of others, or in any field. If you want to be full successful in fashion industry, you can, but you must be better than most of other people. This is how it works, okay? And when people face the challenge of success, okay, they will face the challenge in any industry, because there is no industry, no field that you will become top 20% without challenges, problems, overcoming obstacles, change, and things like this. You can, switch from network marketing to internet marketing, from internet marketing to fashion business, from fashion business to coaching business, from coaching business to any business, okay? But wherever you go, you will need to become better than most of other people if you want results which are bigger than most of other people. And that's what I find out, and that's what also you can read in books, that network marketing is pretty much the best option for average people. That network marketing is pretty much the best solution for average person to grow up through the process and to achieve goals what are not for average people. It's pretty much easier than many other options. And last, third option, if it's not something else to become full successful, if not network marketing, there is third option. Give up. Give up from success. And then you not need to have stress about fight and success and failure and success and whatever. So you find your middle way of living good, if it's possible, but forget about really freedom, about really, abundance, to have everything what you need. Forget about free time. And it's not that this is also life. It's life for most of you now in this moment. It's life for most of you all your life till now. And finally, it's life for 80% of people on planet. So it's nothing really wrong with being average. For some people. For some people, this is not option. And these some people, they are looking for opportunities. Maybe they came through a regular growing up life as physical workers, and they find that they don't like it. And they start to talk, to ask, to research, to look, and they find a way to change and to get opportunity what will bring them up. Okay? So, why did I say all of this? Because when you will learn what I will share with you today, and I repeat, today training is the most important set of knowledge what is existing in network marketing. people who are able to implement these things, these six steps, 6 jobs, 6 duties, people who are able to implement them in everyday life, they are people who are successful in network marketing. And people who have approach and attitude about these 6 duties as a life duties, as a most important duties existing, these are people who become diamonds. People who do these 6 things, but not with that approach, they are average networkers. They earn some money, they not earn some money, they earn some money, but only people who become, on a way, obsessed with these 6 topics, they have a chance. This is what I saw in my career. This is why this business is so beautiful, because it's not hiding anything, okay? It's on the table, okay? So let me share screen with you. This training will be, of course, on YouTube channel, which is in this phase, in kind of building phase. So that's why we have this training, that we can put some important trainings which will help anybody who build business in English, that they can learn from that training and that they can teach people with sharing that training. Okay, because some of you today will learn about core concept, and maybe he will not be so obsessed and hot about that like his own friend, partner. Maybe you will bring somebody in the business who will not play games with reading books or with any of these 6 steps. He will grow faster than you. Okay? All right, so let me share the screen and let's go through it. I must also tell you, this is the first training which I present in front anybody when I start my career. And this is also the training which I repeat the most. There is mostly no seminar in my 28 years career that I didn't at least touch this topic, okay? Whenever I was listening somebody talk about core concept, I was always writing these 6 topics on the paper, always, because it's so important. If somebody is able to, solve these 6 topics every day, he will become diamond. If person is able to put every day check on all 6 steps, done, he will become diamond. So the fight for freedom is not to become diamond, but it's to become core person, to become every day checked all 6 things done. This is the game. And I have no way to express more how important it is than what I do. This is the most important set of skills and jobs and duties and tasks which somebody needs to make every day in order to become a diamond. Okay, so let's go. All right. So if you think about network marketing, and if you can picture your team, which is not huge, few partners, which looking at you as a leader, and which copy you. And if your little team can bring every week 20 new members, you know, to bring 20 new members in your team, there is approximate 100 people in a week who need to see Hotelium. And from these 100 people, 20 people will become members. 20 members in a week, it's 1,000 members in 1 year. And when you think big, when you think about not 1 week, but about 1 year, and after 1 year, if you did every week 20 people, how many active people do you have after 12 months? You have probably 50 active core people. And so on and so on. So this is the solution in network marketing. How to create little team, little group, where you are the leader, where you show the example, and your team do the job, and every week you have in your group 20 new members. And from these 20 members, maybe 5 to 10 active packages. And from these 5 to 10 active packages, maybe 1 or 2 active members from week to week. Okay. So when I talk about 80% of people not earning money, and 20% of people which earning money, and 3% of them earning huge money. Here is difference. Most of people, they start building network, we call it campaign way. It's like that you want, for example, to cut the tree, and you take axle and you start to kick the tree from all sides, all time, everywhere. It not works. It's same like if you want to cut the grass in field and you go left, right, up, down, you need to go systematically. It's same if you want to, you know, to set the puzzles. If you want to make puzzles, there is a system. First, you put the puzzles with straight line to make a frame. Then you put different colors together. And then you start to build puzzles. Okay? Not that you just look one and another, and now next one. So there is a difference between combining accidental building network and professional. Combining means that you talk from time to time with somebody, that you talk with somebody that way, with other person another way. Sometimes you show presentation with laptop and computer, and sometimes not. Sometimes you invite person to Zoom meeting, and sometimes not. Sometimes you introduce your prospect with your upline, and sometimes not. This is not systematic. Okay? So campaign And I tell you, most of people involved in network marketing industry are, I'm sorry, but this is how it is, are in campaign way of building network. Today I'm lazy and tomorrow it's okay. Yes, I have meeting on Sunday, but also on Sunday I want to go to the beach, and so on and so on. If you work in campaign, you can have some little results or no results at all. And I must say that it's better if you have no results at all than small results. Because when people have some results, they don't see the problem. They think that business works, even if it's not fast as they want. Okay? So many times it's better no results at all, because then person start to think something I do wrong. Let's talk, let's see what I need to change. And in my organization, you know, the worst leadership is the leadership which not doing is as it should by system, and they have some results and they keep pushing campaigning way of business to building. This is simply not the same, okay? And what is the results? Not really profit, not really good money. Some week there is some money, next week there is no money. Next week no money, next week again some money. Whenever some money come, person forgets that last week was no money. So he not looking for change. He keep going campaigning. 1 week, 20 people, next week, 0 people. And there is a professional way. Professional way means it brings results which are predictable, and results brings profit. And if person have results, how big are chances that he will stay in business and that he will go better and better and more serious about business? Or another way to ask, how big is the chance that somebody who have no results, that he will quit? There are very big chances, and most of people in network marketing, they go before they come. They start, they think they are in, but they are not ready to follow the steps. In 2 weeks' time, there is no results, and they start to blame their city, their country, the product, friends, whatever. Everybody except themselves. They lose motivation and they disappear. So difference is much bigger than only money. The difference is that people who are not on the systematic way which brings results, they quit. Okay, so let's talk about main topic about the key. It's a project for 2 to 5 years. No matter how good you are or fast you are, you will need 5 years to establish big, good business. In these 2 to 5 years, you need to be student, which will be the best student in his organization. It sounds simple, but I saw that it's not simple. Because people get some results, they get some level, some recognition, some pin, and they stop to be students. And they are in business for years without really learning and hearing what it says in the book, what it says in the seminar, what upline told him, or whatever. The results of this project is a freedom. The tool, the vehicle, the way to achieve it is something what we call core concept. Core concept is a package of jobs, package of duties, package of habits, which person who implement them in everyday life become key person for this business in his organization, in his upline organization, in company organization. So this is the most important concept what you will ever learn in network marketing. There are 7 steps. I will start with second because the first one is the most important. And the first one is pretty much the difference between success or not, because it's hardest one. The first one, it's something what is need you to stretch to become bigger than you are, and that's not easy. Okay, so second of 6 topic says you need to read a recommended book every day for 15 minutes. I will repeat. You need to read a recommended book from your upline who get recommendation from his upline. So you read the book, which books are connected to personal growth, connected to communication skills, connected to working with people. Books are something what you give another perspective. Books are the tool which make you think better about you, which is very important for success. If you have not good opinion about you, it's not easy to achieve success. So it's very important what conversation we have in our heads during the day. And books guide us and helps us to think creativity, to think better about ourselves, to think bigger. So the solution, the job is every day 15 minutes of reading. That's 1 book in a month. That's 12 books in a year. That's 120 important books in 10 years. These 100 books in 10 years change you, helps you to become a leader, because in same 10 years, with these books, you prepare yourself to lead the people. From books, we receive many words which we use in daily communication. So, if I make this topic, second task, simple. When I talk with my people in beginning of my career, I was making joke of this. I said, if they ask us for freedom to eat 1 book in a month, it's easy job. If we have to eat the book and not read. Third topic, third task, third job is to fill ourselves with motivation, to get knowledge, to get understanding of business, to learn how to explain business. And we do that through watching every day one video training. In this moment, we have one YouTube channel with hundreds of video trainings, but in Croatian language, okay? And we start to build English channel where we have about 10 videos and trainings. This is one of trainings, and I guarantee you this. If you will listen this training tomorrow on YouTube, this will be not the same speech as you hear it now. And when you will listen this same training 1 month from now, it will be complete new and different training for you. I know it from my experience. Okay, so these trainings and these video recordings are not to learn it once, hear it once, and now you know. No, no. You can easily watch some videos 5, 6, 7, 10 times, 20 times in a year. And you will find out that every time you heard some things which you didn't heard before, that you understand some things better than you understood it first time and before. Why? Because you are not the same person 6 months from now. If you are core person and you read the books and you learn from videos and so on. So this is the second step. One training, it's most of time 30 minutes, maximum 40 minutes, except my trainings are sometimes 1 hour, one training in a day. When? One option is when you cooking, when you not need to sit and listen, you not need. You can just do something in your house, and during that time you watch and learn, not watch, you listen the video training. Next topic, and there are every of these topic is same important. Only first topic is kind of little more important, because everything what we do about these topics, what I talking now, they brings no results without first job what we have to do. Okay, so that's why the first topic is little extra, but all the other have same influence and same importance for us. Attend all webinars which existing in this moment. In Croatian language we have 3 regular webinar meetings online every week. Many times 1 extra training with diamonds, and every 2 months 1 extra Zoom training for leaders. Okay? In English, in this moment, we have 1 training every week. But I hope that with growing of organization, we will start to have 2 Zoom trainings in a week. And then finally 3 different type, because we need all 3 types trainings in a week. Info, which is for new people with presentation to share. Training with some different important topics. And third webinar is how to properly start the business. Okay. Next thing, in my region, in Middle Europe, we have seminars. We have 3 big seminars every 4 months, 3 times in a year, where we come all together from Belgium, Austria, Slovenia, Croatia, Serbia, Greece. From this region, we come all together for 2 days. And this seminar is crown of events in network marketing, where we share results from last 4 months. Sometimes these results are even diamonds, which become in these last 4 months. Sometimes emeralds, platinum, sapphires. Okay? Then we have the best leaders teaching. Then we have a lot of fun. And what is most important, we create team on that meetings, which is pretty hard online. What does it mean? That means that our job, if we talk now about, for example, Tanzania or Australia, when leader in country, for example, in Tanzania, when leader create business, which is big enough to have 40 people, 40, not more than 40, with good speaker, main speaker, we can say, yes, we have business, we can grow. Before that seminar, it's all in phase of trying to build it. So this is the ultimate goal for leader, that using the webinars and maybe small meetings to create group and then hoppa, hit with first seminar. When I will arrive as a guest speaker anywhere in Australia or Tanzania as a first seminar speaker, then I will send the guest, our diamond or some outsourced guest which is successful, and so on and so on. Next job from key person, from core, is to activate the core freedom program. Core freedom program is €100 freedom program. And core person is somebody who is loyal to company, who understand the duplication, and who is honest person. Who is honest person. Because to ask from other people to buy product and you don't have product, it's not honest and it's not fair. And if you think about duplication, where you want to have 2 people to become key person, and then 4, and then 20, and then 50, and you want them to duplicate everything. You want them to read books. You want them to read books. Because if they don't read books, then you're coming every week to your upline to cry how people are difficult and they don't understand and everything about that, okay? You want people to watch one video training every day. Why? Because you want them to be on the motivation level. You don't want them to be negative and cry. That's why you want them to watch one video every day. You want them to be part of team and to be on webinars. They will not be on webinars if you are not on webinars. And same thing tomorrow with seminars. You want 50 people or 20 or 10, which will activate core freedom program. And they will make 24 months, €100 payment, which brings you commission. 20 people with 24 months of payment is nice residual passive income. It coming from you. I have diamonds in my business, which have different numbers in business. Some of them have hundreds of freedom programs in business. And some of them have not hundreds of freedom programs. It depends how strong they promote it and they show to people in the business. Next step. You don't want bunch of people around you when nobody knows who is smarter than who. and what is right to do and not. You want to build a leadership culture in your group. And there is a steps, like each of these steps, there are the steps how we create leadership culture, not sheep's culture, but leadership culture in the group. We need to edify everybody and everything around, which means we need to find good, positive things in other persons, people, and put that things out on the table, and not bad things about people. Especially, we want to edify our sponsor, because our sponsor is person who will talk with our people. So if we talk about my sponsor bad things, he's good guy, but he's, slow, this will not help my sponsor when he come to the guy to explain him something about business. That guy will listen, because guy will look at him and think about, yes, he's really slow. It's very important that we learn to edify our upline, because tomorrow we want our people to make job easier for us, for you. And this comes with edification from their side. You don't want to have a group of 50 people and to talk with everybody, to answer to everybody, to run with everybody, to help to everybody, because you cannot. You need to learn duplication. And edification as a part of leadership culture will help you tomorrow. Then you will say to one downline, listen, this week I will not come to help you because I'm busy with another guys, another people. And this person will say, okay, upline, I'm waiting for you for next week. If you are edified from other people in your group. But if everybody make fun of you, nobody will follow you. And if you make fun of your upline, this will duplicate in your business. Okay? Next thing important for building leadership culture is to really have partnership with your mentor, to consult with him, to sit and talk about bad things, good things, how to make it faster, how to make it bigger, what are you doing good, what are you doing wrong, what is the good goal for you for next month or week or whatever. Learn to counsel, because tomorrow you will also want to counsel with your key downline partners. And next, last thing about leadership culture, mind your own business. Don't do crossline. Crossline means that you share the ideas and business with people who are not in your line. So for example, if I run this business for myself and I do network, and you are in the same company with another line, and we are cross line. So if I'm not CEO of company, but I'm networker, okay, and I run my business, and you running your business, but with another upline, we are in cross line. And let's say we meet, and let's say we sit and you start to talk about anything, about how, I don't know, positive or negative, anything, but it's much easier to talk about negative. How hot is today, how people are lazy in my country, how everybody want to, I don't know whatever, okay? So if you talk this to me, you sabotage my mind with negative things. So this maybe bring myself to doubt. Yes, last week I saw everybody was kind of lazy to come to meeting. Oh, this business really it's hard, not works. Just because you are whiner who have no business and you come and start to cry about how life is difficult and so on and so on. And when we talk about duplication again, you will have in your business, if you will have business, you will have strong and weak people. You will have people who will grow and people who will not grow. Same people will replace, and time after the people who grow was stop growing and other people will grow who was not growing before. And these 2-3 different guys, they are cross-line. You don't want that tomorrow some of your downlines will kick your other downline out of business because of crossline. Because he saw this from you, because you didn't demonstrate what not crossline means. This is very important topic, okay? So basically, mind your own business. Get your group, get your business, talk with your people, and talk with your upline. Very simple, okay? Who create crossline? People who have no business. They have not their own people, so they talk with another people from other people, okay? And last, which is first, which is most important, job, which we need to be able to do, is production, is showing presentation to new people. Every week, 10 presentation in a week, online, offline, close friends, unknown people, family, friends, colleagues, I don't care who. Your job is to achieve 10 people every week that you talk with them about Hotelium. Before you achieve 10 people in a week, you need to go for 5. Before you achieve 5, you need to go for 3. I don't know. But under 5, you are not in business. It's a campaign, it's a joke. Yes, maybe you get some results, but probably not. Even if you get some results, it will not bring you far. So 5 is a minimum. And this 5, it's not enough for good business. This 5 is minimum what is enough to create situation that you get somebody who have people and friends and need your help to show presentation to his friends. And that's how you come to 10 presentation every week. And when you do that, tomorrow, if you want, you can show 20 presentation, because you have 5 people who call you, come help me show to my people, but you cannot go to 50 places. You go to your 10 places, and your people start to show presentation themselves. This is what we call duplication. So finally, just to understand, success in anything is for people who are able to learn what are the steps for success. To learn today, you learned. If you don't believe, no problem, but you learn today what are the steps for success in Hotelium business. So first step is to learn, and second step is that this knowledge you apply and that you live that way. And when we talk about core concept, and again, it's success for anywhere, to learn what are the steps, and then to create habits of these steps. Not that you need, oh yes, I need to watch video today, because this should be in first weeks. But then you become routine, and there is no success before you become routine in steps what you are doing. When you will drive with the elevator and somebody will be in the elevator and you will open your mouths like, great day today, sir, how are you? As a routine, because you open conversation. Okay? So the solution is in habits, in routine. To take the book every morning or every evening, open the book, and 15 minutes, close the book. To open the laptop, open the YouTube channel, watch one video as a routine. Okay? So the key for network marketing success is duplication, but not duplication of anything, or doesn't matter what. Duplication of concept what we spoke today. Duplication of core concept and key person. Okay? So I want to share with you something which is connected to the topic anyway, which I think it's very important. Okay? How do you rewire your brain to think like a champion? That means if your brain in this moment not makes you feel as a successful person, if you have, and if you don't, you will, okay? If you don't have that excitement, like everything is, run easy and well, and it's growing, but it's kind of hard, okay? It's very important. Okay, we will have this training also in Croatian language soon, but anyway, okay? How to rewire your brain, what things to do in your brain, with your brain, to think as a winner, as a champion. There are 3 steps. First step, you need to plan something what is success for you. You cannot accept winner attitude if we talk about Hotelium in this case, if you don't have plan for next week. For example, how many people you will invite to show them presentation? Do you have the plan? Because I know most of you don't. But you invite as much as possible. And this is probably 2 or 3 or 7 or 1, doesn't matter. Put it on the paper as a plan. We don't talk about how to invite 4 people. We talk about something much more important. How to rewire your brain to champion's brain. This is important. How to make you think about you as a winner. Make a plan. I will invite 4 people this week. I will make at least 2 presentations this week. Because you need to put on plan what is correct for you. Because for somebody, 2 presentation is a criminal. And he or she should make 20 presentation this week. But for somebody, maybe it's 2 presentation this week. Then do it. That's why it's important that you not put the number of 50 and you have no chance to make it. You put a number which you can make it. For example, I will invite 5 people and I will show at least for 2 people Hotelium business idea. And when you do it, you check the week and you see, okay, I make that plan and I achieve this what I said. And then you make next week again plan, and you do it. And you again show to yourself that you did it. And when you do it for 2, 3, 4 weeks, you become to think much, much better about yourself. You start to think like a champion, like a winner. Okay? So what to put as a goal, this is something what you need to talk with your upline, or you should do it alone, I don't know. What is amount of job or duty that is for you the nice task what ask you to stretch a little, okay, but not much, a little, what you can achieve, and then you do it, and then you say, I did it. And then immediately make another plan. 3, 4 weeks will go very fast, very fast. Okay? Nothing revolutionary will not change, but everything will change. You need to think about yourself as a winner. You cannot win in life if you have not that opinion about you. This is the key. That's why we read the books. That's why we are together, and so on and so on. On the final level, this is the most important thing. What do you think about yourself? This is the most important thing. Okay? Okay, so nice to see you, new faces which I didn't see. I wish you great life, great day, great night, great whatever. See you soon. And if you have, hard situation, okay, in your life, it's good for you. You need it. Okay? If you have nice, easy, light situation, it's good for you. You deserve it. Okay? But life will never be forever light or easy, same as it never will be hard forever. You need to also learn that, okay? The things sometimes are not so nice, okay? And that we need to go with little more, weight on our shoulders, okay? But be aware of your thinking. Be aware of what you think. Don't be victim, please. Okay?